I wanted to make this video because I watched Backrooms and I felt like there was this really quick but really important and significant scene that kind of stuck with me a bit, and it was very brief. It was at the beginning. I felt like it was a significant sort of moment or scene for my fellow neurospicies, my fellow neurospicy peeps. I'm as someone who's formally diagnosed with autism, I did connect with the whole film, but weirdly this particular scene, it's just like sticking with me. And it's the scene where I think it's like the circuit breaker, or the electrical panel, has switches, and the switches are all, you know, perfectly ordered, and then there's like 3 switches I think that are a different color and they're like going diagonal, so it's out of place. And I think Clark says like, why are they going that way? Like, he's confused as to why there are switches in this thing and yet they have a purpose, but they're not going the same way as the other switches. And I felt like literally a puzzle piece. Sometimes as like neurodivergent people, we can feel like a puzzle piece that's not quite fitting, but we're a puzzle piece, so we're part of it anyway, but we're just not quite fitting into something. I wanted to highlight that these lights, although they were there, they were at the bottom, they didn't, when they were turned on, they didn't do anything in the real world, but they did do something. They did have a purpose in the back rooms, and it's like the light was shining in the back rooms. And the back rooms is this minimal space. The back rooms is this space that is, how do I describe it? Isolated, not quite right, not quite ordered, not quite fitting into the correct way of what's meant to be. But the lights work in this world. They just don't work in the other world, but they work, and they're part of the electrical panel. It's such a brief scene, and it's like, it's so small, but it really stuck with me, just seeing those 3 switches and him like immediately being confused because they were going diagonal and they weren't going up straight, because he wouldn't have said anything if they were going up in a straight order. Like, we're so, I guess, conditioned to see, like, you know, this, and then like we see something abstract or something that's not quite in place, we question it. People are confused by it. They don't understand it. They don't understand its purpose. But as an autistic person and as a neurodivergent person, I can tell you that this has been the case our whole lives. And I feel it's, I guess, like, I felt like the switch. I felt like the switch means like, why is it going that way? And why isn't it lighting up this thing? It's still there. It's still part of the panel. It's just not functioning the way you want it to function. It's just not functioning the way you want it to function, and it's not looking the way you want it to look. And I think that applies to a lot of neurodivergent people. And although their light didn't shine in a, you know, in a space where it was meant to shine, it had a space where it could. And I guess when we find our like tribe as neurodivergent people, we find people who actually get us, we feel like we are like part of something again. Being able to be it's hot today. Goodbye.